Welcome back. It's time now to move to a translucent stone. This is still my heart. I want to talk a minute about that and understand that most people will tell you, and they're correct, that translucent or black, it doesn't make any difference. You can go from whatever previous stone you normally use to either one of those and get a really nice shaving edge. And that's true, okay, from what I understand. But I also understand if you look at, Dan Whetstone's website, they will tell you that a translucent is very fine and a black is ultra fine. Now, that is generally speaking because it depends on the two stones that you are comparing. There's a lot of controversy in the straight razor world and the knife honing world about which one is finer. And I think that's down to individual stones. But when we talk about Arkansas stones for straight razors, I believe the more fine the progression, from what I am understanding, from what comes out of my stones, the finer, the less jump between fineness, coarse to fine, is best. And so now I'm going to switch to water, and I would love to have a big stone like this, or even like a 2x4 or 2x6 translucent, but I do not. This is the only translucent that I have. It's a Norton. It's a 1/4 inch by 1 inch by 4 inch. It's prepped the exact same way everything else is prepped. So I'm going to put some water on this. And we're going to hone. I'm not using any kind of torque or anything of the sort. Now, you see how my hand is laying? If you get that thumb in the way, palm in your way, some of these fingers in your way, the straight razor will not have any mercy on you. Period. And you will wish that you move them out of the way. Yes, this is a small stone. It's all I have. But I would not do this if I thought there wasn't any benefit to it, because it's difficult to do. But in my opinion, there's a ton of benefit to going from a soft to a hard, to a translucent, and to a black. And believe me, if I could get away with it, I would not do this, because this hurts the living crap out of my hand. So, hold on a minute. Let's try this. I don't know if it'll make any difference. Yeah, that's working. This is prepped just like everything else. It's got an 800 grit. It's prepped to 800 grit wet, dry sandpaper. If you're going to use a translucent and you can afford it, I recommend a bigger stone. That's not ever going to happen. The translucents are way too expensive, and I will never own one. I don't have $150 or $170 or whatever it is, an 8x2 or a 6x2 or whatever it was that I looked at costs. And I can't even justify spending the price of the 4-inch. If I could, I certainly would. But I don't do a boatload of Arkansas honing on straight razors. I tend to prefer my J-Nats, my Escher, or even my Codical. Because I like playing around with slurries. So, but I know that a lot of people, I mentioned a while back that I had a different method for honing straight razors with Arkansas stones, and this is it. And you don't, with the razor or with the stone, dude, that's beautiful. With the stone prepped the way that I have, it doesn't take a boatload of passes for the stone to do its work. And I am at finish level now. I'm just giving it what for, like I always do. Lovely. Alright. Make sure you rinse that stone off. I'll have to make sure I do that. But that is the translucent Arkansas. And next we'll move to a black. This is my black Arkansas. It's been prepped to 800 grit. I can't do it now. Oh, there we go. You see that surface? That's the finely burnished surface. This, not as much. Okay, this is prepped to 800 grit. Wet dry sandpaper. We're going to take this razor from use on the translucent, from honing on the translucent, and we're going to bring it to the black. Very, very slight bit of forward torque. Very slight. And I don't know if you heard the phone ringing, but I can hear the answering machine. They're trying to sell me an extended warranty. I don't even have a warranty for a first warranty. No, never mind a second one. So, very, very, very slight bit of forward torque. One of the things that will help you, and I'm still graduating pressure, to make sure that the razor sticks to the stone without a whole lot of pressure is to always use just a tiny bit. Now on the black Arkansas and the translucent Arkansas, even on the hard, if you use too much forward torque, you will trash your edge on a straight razor. The stones are too hard and a straight razor's edge is too fine. But a very light bit of torque, just enough to kind of keep that edge laid on the top of that stone, and a little bit of the transfer of pressure across the edge from heel to toe as you come forward will allow you to plant that razor to the face of the stone properly so that it doesn't skip and bounce and carry on. You can use a very light touch, and the razor will still stay on the stone because of that forward torque and that graduated pressure, which makes every part of that edge come in contact with the stone at every pass. And that's what you want. Alright, I want to check the progress of the polish of this loop. It's looking pretty nice. Gorgeous. Alright. I think we're good. Now I'm going to go for some very, very light passes. Alright, and what I do now with pretty much every stone that I have is about 20 trailing edge passes to finish a razor. No, don't ask me what it does, I don't know. But what I think is happening because it makes the cut smoother. It makes the razor smoother and keener in my experience. And what I think is happening is that sometimes the way I sharpen a straight razor helps to mitigate the formation of a burr, but I believe that that's still possible to have like a micro burr. Or what I really think is going on is that sometimes you will get kind of like a foil edge. It's not really a burr, it's just kind of a foil type edge, and I think that gorgeous. That edge trailing stroke helps to eliminate that. So that's the honing. I will strop it, and at some point we'll do a shave test on this razor. It depends on how my shaving videos go and stuff like that. I tend to pick a razor at random that I really want to shave with, and so, but eventually we'll do a shave test on this and see how it does. But I pretty much know what it'll do. Bless you. I'll talk to you later.